The Banana Republic. So we heard our dear leader Micheál Martin today on I don't know what it was on some newspaper, and he's saying that on social media is making politics more, how to put it, and he said this before. He said it's toxic, more or less. Social media is toxic towards politicians, that it's making Ireland more divisive on subjects and things like that, and more of a hateful place. But the thing I would only say, and I wish one of these journalists would have the courage to say to me, Homer, and to the rest of his cronies in Dáil Éireann, that it's not the people. It's not the people, it's them. It's them. Because they're bringing in policies which are affecting huge amount of people. Like, for example, the amount of people homeless. A man in his 60s died in Limerick on the streets in a sleeping bag. You could wonder why people wouldn't be very pleased with that, a man in his 60s. And why Micheál Martin is getting so much money a year, and he's getting paying €5,000 in taxpayers' money to feed them in Dáil Éireann. And that €5,000 could have went towards that man and give them you could have given them some kind of accommodation. A small roof, even over he said, it would have been better than nothing. But again, you wonder why that people be ticked with Micheál Martin, because I don't know, does he realise this? Does he realise, or does he not care? It's the same with everything. People are just fed up, and people are just fed up with the government and what they keep doing. Keep hitting the people down when they keep knocking the people down when they already are knocked down. People were bound up. People are bound off with the government, and then trying to see the mother and baby home fires, etc., etc., etc. All these things they're doing. The Golfgate thing. You would wonder why people would be very tick, being ordered to stay at home and being nearly arrested in some cases for going outside, and for doing whatever they wanted to do. And these politicians went down for Gando and was done about it. You wonder why people would be very tick about it. You really wonder why. And then the Supreme Court judge being still a Supreme Court judge, and they haven't lost his job. And if that was anybody else, they would have probably lost their job. You would wonder why Micheál Martin. You would really wonder why, wouldn't you? But again, this is the thing. As one person said, I hate is not good. Hate is not good. I might say straight, because having hatred inside you is something that, it's something that makes, it doesn't make life any better, I suppose. It doesn't make life any better. It really it's just cause hatred and just cause upset and cause thing. But, again, the government, and I understand this, they have really asked for it over the last few years. They've really stirred the pot themselves. Nobody else has stirred the pot. They're the only really people that stirred the pot, I might as well say straight. Because everything they have done, it's not been in the beneficial of the people of Ireland, the residents of Ireland. Like anything at all, like a good go, like €5,000 a day we spend on food for TDs and senators, TDs in Dáil Éireann, when they get a €96,000 paycheck, and a pay increase when loads of people, nearly 500,000 people out of work at the moment have lost their job, and they get a pay rise. The government get a pay rise, along with the Supreme Court judge, gets and all the judges get supreme pay rise, and everybody else is losing jobs and don't have any income and independent on the state, and these people get a pay rise, and along with expenses and everything like that, and you would wonder why, Micheál Martin. You would really wonder why, this people would be. But again, as I always say, they're too busy. The OT portrays them as the biggest people in the block. Like, OT. Take up for Micheál Martin and Leo Varadkar. They try and defend them as much as best they can. But you can really just see every day OT goes on and tries to defend the government about something they got themselves into. They're really just making themselves more and more biased, but they already are biased, but it just shows more and more and more. It's a perfect example of the time Leo went up to the park, and the day beforehand the officer that he shook said not to go to parks, not to have picnics in parks, stay away from parks, and he went ahead into a park with his cronies and just with his shirt off and just having a great time. OT never covered that. Russian media covered it. OT, not a word. Because there's nothing to see here, children. Like, this is who we have. And I can understand where Micheál Martin's coming from. Micheál Martin, sorry. That, it's not nice to spread hate and everything like that. It's not nice, because it is an awful feeling to know that somebody hates you and things like that. It's an upsetting feeling. But we have to be cautious, I suppose, too, on social media, because again we have a big platform here. Everybody has a big platform. Everybody can get their voices heard, which is great, because you don't depend on OT, and OT wouldn't let your voice be heard. But you you have to be careful too with power. With the power of social media comes great responsibility. To not, I suppose, cause an upheaval like some things people have said over the past. I would understand there would be people be very click about it. Like there's two or three comments I remember seeing a few days ago to a TD, which I think again, regardless of what this TD has done, it doesn't really, because again, death threats. This are really death threats to his family and things like that. That doesn't how to put it. That doesn't make right what the TD has said or what he's done. By death threatening his family and things like that doesn't make it right. I might as well say straight. And it's not fair. It's not fair on the TD because I wouldn't like anybody to be get death threats or anything. I don't think anybody would. I don't even think the people who say it would like death threats on the head. Again, it's just because again, and I said the politicians, you have to be more. We have to be more better. I suppose in regards, but anyway, So yeah, take care everybody and bye.